2002, I'm pastor up in Westchester, and I get this call from, a place called Argentina. And spoke English beautifully, and said, well, are you Msgr Franco? Well, to make a long story short, they said, I'm in charge of education and whatever, and they said in the city, the university city of La Plata, which is the university city of Buenos Aires, he said, we have a new school. And I was so taken by my teacher that I decided to name it after my teacher. So here I am trying to make conversation with this, I don't know the man. And he went on, he said, well, this, kind of. I said, Monsignor, you didn't ask me who my teacher was. I said, whoever she was, she must have been great. Oh, she was so rigid, she was so strict, but I always admired her. My teacher was your mom. To make a long story short, yes, he had come here. They had as a child, and then they had, I guess, they emigrated to Argentina. But he had become whatever he was right now. To make a long story short, I was invited to go down. There was a La Plata, the mayor of La Plata had a Msgr Franco's Day. Was a big thing, it was the blessing, whatever. And naturally, the Archbishop of Buenos Aires, there was somebody, I don't remember his name.
Bergoglio.
Oh, yes, Jorge Bergoglio. That's how we started our
So you met him then?
Yes.
And what was your first impression of him?
I liked the guy because I had the impression that he was a concrete man.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes in the church, some people aren't so concrete. They are ethereal. They are in the clouds.
Yes. And I feel, Robert, I have to tell you that I feel that the good Lord placed us on this earth. He could have probably placed it, on Mars, whatever, but he did not.
Yeah.
So that we might help in making this earth a better place to live. So in order to do this, we have to try our best. As we were saying at the beginning,
yes,
we are a microcosm, but however, we live in this macrocosm, and we have to try to make the difference in this macrocosm, no matter what.
Okay, your father gave you 10 commandments of his own to go alongside the 10 commandments of the Almighty Father.
Correct.
But what commandments or counsels of wisdom would you, maybe just 2 or 3, that we fulfill our roles in this world that God has sent us to do? What would you say?
I'll tell you. It's a very simple way of understanding what our mission here on earth. I always feel, and I often compare in my preaching also, I use the comparison of a beautiful mosaic. In a mosaic, you have big tassels and you have small tassels. At one point, Hilary Franco, a small tassel in this, actually the mosaic is the plan of God for the world. So what do? I take myself out of that beautiful mosaic, my small tassel. I figure it's kind of small. Won't make the difference. Oh, yes. In the infinite plan of God for us, it will make a difference. So, even a small tassel. But there is a greater responsibility on my part, Robert. And that is that behind each one of those tassels, you have a name. My name is behind that tassel. Your name is behind another tassel. If we take ourselves out, no one else is going to replace us. So I'm going really to destroy something that God has made for us. A mission. Each one of us has a mission.
All right, that's very beautiful.
a task we have been given.
I think
by
that
God.
that gives a sense of dignity to the rich person, to the poor person, the
Correct.
educated, the simple, the male, the female,
Correct.
and each one has
one.
a place in the great mosaic.
You know what I did. There's this place that I've been working called for the last
The United Nations.
8 years. United Nations.
Yes.
Oh, so okay.
You've been a chaplain there with the Holy See mission to the.
I am an advisor to the Holy See mission
Right.
to the last 8 years.
So you see presidents, you see ambassadors
Yes.
every day virtually.
Sure.
Yeah.
We have 193 delegations from all over the world.
Yeah.
So each year there is a week, a special week dedicated, most probably some kind of a spiritual way of understanding what is the mission of the United Nations. And we have in this place ambassadors that come, all important people. And a few years ago, I was representing our office there, and I said something, because when I was asked to say my 2 words, I said, well, listen, there were so many, the other religions were there represented, all kinds of things, the Buddhists and the others, and I said, listen, we have, and we often forget, Robert, that we have a common denominator called humanity.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not a question of, I don't know, gender, religion, it doesn't make any difference for God. God is the creator, the one who has created all of us, no matter what. So, as you were saying before, this is really should be the main, the central, the core of our understanding. We have this common denominator that we should talk about at all times and always consider humanity. I'm a human being, and as such, I have been given a task